Okay, so I think I'm live. There's no one watching yet. That's probably good. So I can't hear anything. I don't know if that's normal or not. I guess it's normal. I want to test the lag here. Seems really bad. Oh, yep. I've got people on chat, so it is live. So hi guys. I'm just testing this out because I got fibre a few weeks ago, and it's meant to now all be full speed. So I'm trying to see if I can now successfully do a live chat. So this is just using the webcam. I've been trying to get the actual camera that I use to record to show up. Hi Zoe. Hi Richard. Hi Emma. Hi Miriam. Richard. Yeah, loads of people. So I don't know if there's much of a lag going on, because from what I can see, well, let's see. When I put my thumb up, I'm going to start counting, and we'll see how long it takes to actually appear on the screen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5 second lag. I have no idea if that's any good or not. But well, that's my lag anyway. Oh, so I'm getting, so there seems to be quite a lag on the chat. So I'm getting good clear audio on mobile from Fudge Nuts. Thanks for that. And oh, QB says 20-second delay. Okay. I mean, I think 5 seconds is allowable. What I really want to do is I want to get this working to show. So I can have both, like, looking at me and having this point to do gameplay. But I haven't figured that one out yet. Thanks, Richard. I love you too. You'll have to have me on again soon. Okay, so what's that's the microphone, the fuzzy. Yeah, that's. I tend not to actually use this microphone. I leave it on there permanently, the shotgun mic, but I tend not to actually use it very often. The audio is better with clip mic, which I'm not using. I'm just using the computer mic here. So interesting that that's coming out fine. So yeah, hi guys, thanks for being on. I suppose while we're on, if anyone has any questions, you know. Yes, Zoe, I have. In fact, I played Unfair several times. In fact, the videos today were of Unfair. I did a playthrough and well, 2-part playthrough and review just went up today. So so yeah, I imagine Richard would love it. He loves being unfair to people. But yeah, I found it a bit too mean for my liking. What was my favourite game when I was little? It depends how little. I was a really big fan growing up of playing Monopoly with the whole family. I also really loved Rummy Cup, but the rest of my family wouldn't really play that with me very often because, well, my dad would, but he would destroy everyone else, and I would destroy everyone if my dad wasn't playing. And then after that, I got into the whole Warhammer stuff, the miniatures gaming. So I think probably my favourite one of that range it would have been Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl was definitely my favourite. And then I also really liked Gorka Morka. So it was very much the skirmish games, the war games. I really loved the collecting miniatures, the painting miniatures, but I never got into the gameplay so much. Then from there, I also was getting into role plays at that time, D&D, of course, you know, the classic. And then when I went off to uni, I got into doing a lot of live role play, LARP. I was doing like combat-based stuff with weapons. There's a big one in the UK here called Lorien Trust. So I was doing that. And then, what else was there? Big one was the World of Darkness games. So we did a lot of World of Darkness when I was at uni, as well as tons of other various tabletop games, mostly role-play games, a bit of like card games and Munchkin and stuff like that. And then when I left uni and I left kind of that friend group, I moved elsewhere. I kind of just fell out with the hobby, and as a whole, gaming as a whole, And it was started getting back, trying to get into roleplay in the local area, and apparently I'm bad mouthing Richard. When did I say you were a cheater? Anyway, going back to answering the question. So from there, I was still trying to play roleplay games here, struggling to get regular group together, which was difficult. You know what it's like when you've all got jobs, you've got lives, trying to get regular games with the same people, just so hard. And it tended to be me or one other guy who was GMing all the time. And I'm not really sure what happened, but somehow I stopped talking to this other guy. It was very weird. Him and another mate of his just kind of stopped talking to me. So from there, I kind of struggled to get roleplay games going, and then got more and more back into kind of board gaming. And from there, it was going to local cafe, Thirsty Meeples, that opened up. That really opened my eyes to so many more games than I was really aware of, and I got into like tabletop and all of that. Oh, and apparently I'm going too fast. But I think that kind of covers what was my favourite game as a kid, and also what kind of got me into modern gaming. There wasn't really a single game, more of a progression throughout my whole life into modern gaming. And apparently my brother is after me now, according to Zoe. Thanks for that, Richard. Mirren asks, am I going to Essen? Sadly, I'm not going to Essen. I would really like to go one day. It just comes down to expense. It's a lot of money. The key thing is it's hotels and all of it's not so much the convention itself costs, it's everything else that goes around with that. So I'm not going to be able to do that. But, why is the screen flashing? Oh, that's weird. What is... I have no... sorry if anyone's having an epileptic fit. I have no idea what's going on. Oh, and it's back to doing it. Maybe if I close the curtain, that'll help. Kitty's behind me. Let's see. So hopefully that's going to stop the flashing screen. So back to the Essen spiel. No, I'm not going to Essen, but I am going to be going to Uncon, which is a much smaller convention. It's going to be largely open gaming. I'm going to be doing a panel there talking about favourite game mechanics, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, it should be a really good thing. It's a one-day convention down in Kent. It's in Ramsgate. It's got a Facebook page and everything, so you can look it up. If you do fancy joining me there, it'll be a really good time, I'm sure. So then we got Kubi Will I still play with Rummy Cub or Rummy-O? Well, I don't actually even have Rummy Cub anymore. We had a copy as kids. I don't know what happened to it with family moves and stuff. Maybe Richard has it, because apparently him and Emma and Zoe play it a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's very much an abstract game. It's an older game, but that was very much a very good game. I don't know that I would choose to play that over other games anymore. So wow, I've got 8 whole people watching. I can almost not count them on my hands. That's amazing. So Fudge Nut says Blood Bowl was fun. The PC version was repetitive. I've actually got the Blood Bowl 2, and I kind of found the same, but it was enough to stop me getting the reprint of Blood Bowl that came out recently. I just felt the computer game did it better in many ways. A lot of the admin, a lot of the kind of figuring out, oh, can I do this, getting measuring sticks out and stuff like that, just really kind of slow the game down, and it took a lot of that out. What I really enjoyed about Blood Bowl was having your teams and developing them and going through the whole campaign, and I find you still can do that, but it's not the same as playing with a person, and that's why I'm not a big solo gamer. However, when it comes to solo gaming, I think that's an excellent outlet for being able to do it on the computer like that. I've lost place on the chat now. So Richard Simpson asks, you do excellent work. How about December? Yeah, I mean, as always, I'm free whenever, Richard. I love your podcast, so happily be on. If anyone doesn't know who Richard is, his podcast is We're Not Wizards, and he focuses mainly on doing interviews. He does do some other stuff as well. I've been on there once before, had a great time, and yeah, he just manages to put his guests so much at ease and just ends up with such a great show from it. Oh, so we've lost 2 viewers. We're down to 6. So Zoe says they're playing Munchkin. Why does that not surprise me? You guys play so much Munchkin. I do know some of my friends actually play more Munchkin than you, but they own like 5 different versions of Munchkin. But the important thing is you're enjoying it. Fudge nuts. Time is my biggest constraint. Games that can be completed in an hour or so are few and far between. Yeah, I mean, there definitely are games that can be completed between an hour or so, and I think those are probably my favourite. I'm not a big long game person because it's just so hard to schedule them in. But yeah, I would say good games, especially that aren't just short fillers, can be. I'll have to make sure I don't record like this again because I don't know if it's annoying you, but the glare from the screen is driving me nuts. I don't know how I could avoid that. I could take my glasses off, but then I'll be like this, squinting, trying to read the screen. So Zoe says, should I buy Small World? It keeps saying buy me. I would say yes. I think Small World's a fantastic game. I think even Richard would be able to play that. So yeah, it's not even a particularly expensive game. You might be, I think it might be on one of the online platforms, so you can possibly play it online somewhere, like Tabletop Simulator or what are the other ones? Board Game Arena. There is another one that I'm forgetting. It's a really major one. But anyway, you can have a look at these things. You might be able to try it on there without having to pay. Or in fact, what you should do, just get the mobile phone app. Small World 2 mobile phone app. They have sales for it. I'm doing so much umming. I don't normally do this on my videos. Yeah, Small World 2 on the mobile phone app. I think it's about £2, but sometimes they have sales on and you can get it for much less than that. So that'll give you a very good feel for the game, or obviously you can watch my videos on it. But yeah, so I think it's a good game. I still have it. I still play it a lot. So definitely one I would say people should consider. Kabuki Kid. Am I actually pronouncing that? Kabuki. Yeah, I think that's right. Seemed to do it when I leaned forwards towards the camera. Well, it seems better now that I've shut the curtain. So it was definitely lighting related. So maybe it was me moving towards the camera that was causing that, but I haven't noticed it again since. Have I played of La Cosa Nostra? I have heard of it. I haven't played it. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, to be honest. I haven't heard a huge amount about it. It's not the kind of game that particularly grabs me, and yeah, it doesn't seem particularly widely available either. I don't know, maybe it's not due out yet, but yeah, I haven't seen a whole lot on it. I haven't seen enough to make me want to go out and get it. So Kabuki owns 2 versions of Rummy Cub. Wow. Regular and travel with tiny bits. Oh, travel would be cool. Yeah, I can see how you could do Rummy Cub with cards. Do they go high enough? Yeah, they would go high enough. I wouldn't be surprised if it started off as a card game. Well, obviously it did start off as a card game. It started off as Rummy. That's what it's based on, isn't it? But I don't know that it'd be the same. So Kubi Kid says Small World definitely is on Steam. So yeah, I would imagine, Zoe, you've got Steam, so you could have a look on there. I missed something. Oh, Richard Simpson says, start dancing, please. Okay, here you go. Your monkey will dance for you. I didn't promise good dancing, though. There you go. That'll do. So Unique Geeks. Oh, hi Alan. Yeah. So from Facebook group. We're both very active on there. Yeah, I'm always open to a game of something. If you see me at a con, yeah, definitely. Come up, say, should we have a game of something? I tend to be with my wife, so if we're sat, don't feel you can't come and talk to us. That is okay. You are allowed. The one thing is, I don't know if next year will be at the Open Gaming, very much at the hotel name's gone right out of my head. Hilton. Because we're staying this year at the Premier Inn, trying to just save a bit of money because the Hilton was so expensive. So yeah, I don't know that we're going to bother going to the Open Gaming in the evenings. We might just set up to game in the Premier Inn. But obviously, if you see us out in the trade hall or whatever and want to say, come play this game with us, then yeah, feel free. I'm always happy to make friends with people. Sorry, I'm just laughing at Kabuki Kids. Dance for me, monkey dance, boy. Dance for me, monkey boy, yeah. So Pirion asks, am I going to Essen? No, I already answered this earlier, actually. I can't afford to go to Essen, but I will be going to a convention down in Kent called Uncon just for the day. So what else we got? What is the oldest game in your collection that you still enjoy? Well, definitely still enjoy makes a big difference. I would probably say... I mean, the oldest game is Buccaneer, by far, because we bought that at a charity shop for my wife. But I don't particularly enjoy it, because it's just not that good a game. Oldest game that I enjoy, though... I really don't know. I mean, I still kind of enjoy Monopoly. I know everyone disses on Monopoly, but I do still I have a soft spot for it. I do still kind of enjoy it. Whether I'll ever choose to play it that much, I don't know. But yeah, it's probably that. I mean, most of my games aren't that old, really, because of when I started getting back into board gaming and I lost all my childhood games and stuff. So yeah, I think maybe early 2000s is probably my oldest that I still would say I enjoy and regularly play. So Mr. Rob asks, have you had a chance to try TMG's Chimera Station? I have not. I didn't back the Kickstarter. They haven't approached me to do videos or anything. And to be honest, the game just doesn't really seem like my kind of game. It seems a bit family-esque and aimed towards younger children. I might be wrong about that, but that's just my kind of what I've seen of it. That's what it makes me think. Maybe that's the artwork. I don't know. So Alan only going to UKG on Saturday. That's a shame. I'd say, if anything, the Saturday's the worst day to go, but I can understand that it's also the easiest day to go, and the reason it's the worst day to go is because it's the busiest day, because it's the easiest day to go on. So I can really understand that. But yeah, some kind of party game will be fine. Quick little game in a queue or something even. I doubt I'll have anything on me because I don't have many party games, but Codenames is probably the closest thing party game wise. So Kabuki Kid, what is the trashiest Ameritrash game you like, and what is the driest Euro that you like? Okay, well, Ameritrash, my number one game is Arcadia Quest. That's kind of as Ameritrash as it comes, filled with miniatures, filled with dice, filled with randomness. It's even got exploding dice, increasing that randomness. Yeah, that's my favourite game. As for driest Euro that I like, I mean, it's probably going to be Terra Mystica. That's pretty dry on theme, or at least that I like most compared to how it plays. it tends to be, if it's the drier it is, the less likely I am to keep it and play it, just because I have less of an impulse to play it, really. So Richard Simpson's left us. Thanks for joining us. I hadn't actually intended to do a big long Q&A, but just kind of figured as we were here and it was working that it would make sense to do that, really. So yeah, what else we got? So Alan asks, what game can you see yourself enjoying as much as you do now in 10 years' time? For me, it's Castles of Burgundy. I mean, it wouldn't be Castles of Burgundy, because I think I played that ages ago and it just failed to grab me. Games that I can see myself playing in 10 years' time, pretty much anything from my top 10, really. Definitely. I think it's a lot can change in 10 years, so it's quite hard to say. But yeah, I mean, I would say Arcadia Quest, Seasons, Blood Rage, Comet, Terra Mystica. These are games that I really enjoy. What I'm finding because of doing the channel is I play so many new games that I don't really get to play the games I really, really love as much as I'd like. And what that means is I'm probably going to keep playing them for a very long time because I'm not going to have managed to play them out, if you will. So Mr. Rob says Chimera Station equals midweight Euro with customizable workers. I think the arts and the plastic alien workers give it that look. Yeah, I mean, as I say, I think a lot of what I'm basing it on is the art and the way it looks, that it feels like a very kiddie game. As for would I look at getting it, I don't know. There's so many games out there to get. I just can't get them all, and there's not enough making me go, yeah, I really want to get that one. So I probably won't be looking into it anymore. Kabuki Kid, excited for the new Star Wars. I already have my tickets. Well, I tell you who he will be. If my brother's still listening, he is Star Wars mad. Absolutely mad about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's already bought his tickets as well. I would like to see it. I don't know that I get as excited about things as I used to, and especially not films. Yeah, I mean, I would like to see it, but it's not like, oh my god, Star Wars, as I might have once been. I don't know if that's because of age or just that I am more focused on other things nowadays. So, what we got next? So, Hill asks, what do you think of Star Wars Imperial Assault? Honestly, the reason I've not done videos on it yet is I cannot make up my mind. I really can't. I've got it sat there. I've got like this mental block about it because we've been playing through the campaign for a while now. I've been playing as the rebels and I just feel so downtrodden and beaten and like I just cannot get a leg up with it. Whenever we play, it just feels like a bit of a chore and a slog. And it's now created this mental barrier in which I'm not trying to get through. I'm not trying to play it more and get through that, which is a real shame. Because when I first got it, I was so excited and I loved the idea of it and thought it was a great concept and really liked the idea of doing the battling the sides and the fact that you have the kind of branching story and the subquests. It's got so much good stuff, but then there's this negative emotion associated to it for me at the moment that is just kind of, I don't know. On paper, I should really like it, but yeah. So what else we got? Kabuki Kid, what is the best use of an IP in a board game? I mean, it's got to be from a thematic point of view, and I guess you're asking what game best uses an IP. I'm not sure that I would say any do terribly well. I think for an IP to work in a game, it has to be that you are really interested in that IP. And then the game just brings that IP to life for you, which I felt that Imperial Assault does do. Like, I remember one of the games we played, Darth Vader was chasing me round this space station, and it just felt like, oh my god, Darth Vader's there, run away. Hugely thematic, hugely enjoyable, and part of that is because of the knowledge of the IP, and I think that's always going to be a problem with IP games, that you have to know the IP to be able to enjoy the game, but then at the same time, if you know the IP too well, then it's like, oh, but this isn't quite right type thing happens a lot. So there's very much two ways it can go with that. Either it's not enough like the IP, or it's too much like the IP, and therefore it alienates people who don't know the IP well enough. I think that's definitely possible. Hill, hopefully I did answer your question to your satisfaction as you were listening closely. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to give it 4 more minutes. Then we would have had a half hour. I think that's plenty to go on. Kabuki Kid, I wonder if the upcoming app will bring new life to Imperial Assault for me. I don't know, because I don't think the problem is the app and the V's aspect. Also, the upcoming app, come on, let's face it, it's been upcoming for like 6 months now. They keep saying, yeah, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, and it just doesn't. The idea of playing it as a full co-op, I don't know that really appeals. The idea of that for Mansions of Madness, that really made me go, oh, I really must get Mansions of Madness, which I've still not played, and I really want to. I've been wanting to play it for years, ever since I saw Rodney Smith's Watch It Played videos of Mansions of Madness. I wanted to play it. But a big part of what put me off was the Alls v1 aspect there. And I just, when the app came out, I was like, oh, I should get that. But the cost of the game was so high and stuff. So, yeah, it's still just one I've not got round to getting. Kabuki Kid, this is true. I adored the Dune novel. I don't even know that I've ever read the actual novel for Dune. I've watched the film. I think there was a mini-series as well and stuff. I've heard good things about the Dune board game, but I've not actually played it myself, so I can't really comment on that. I think you're right. As what you say, it's you love it because you love the theme. But I've heard that even if you don't like the theme of Dune, that board game is actually a really good game. So that helps too. I think you've got to have a good game as a foundation, really, for it to work. I mean, that's part of why, of all the Ankh-Morpork, of all the Discworld games, Ankh-Morpork is the one that's so popular. It's because it's got the best core game there, as well as being an IP that people are fanatic about. Kabuki Kid, love War of the Ring because I adore Lord of the Rings. I do really enjoy the Lord of the Rings. I don't know that I would like a war game based around it, but yeah. Star Wars Rebellion. I didn't enjoy Star Wars Rebellion. I finally got around to getting hold of a copy, playing it, and I sold it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't do a video because I didn't play it enough to review it. But it wasn't that it was bad, it's that it was too long. That length of gameplay just killed it for me. It really did. I see Legendary Alien. I really enjoy the whole Alien universe, and I think it does a good job of setting up that kind of tension that the films give you. But I didn't enjoy the co-op deck builder nature, and I can't name a single co-op deck builder that I have enjoyed. And I really do like deck building as a mechanic, but it just doesn't work for me when it's combined with co-op. Yeah, last year's Gen Con, so talking over 12 months ago that they announced it. Edge of the Empire, that's the roleplay game, right? The Star Wars roleplay game, I think. I've only ever played one session of that, if it is the Star Wars roleplay game, and that was a long time ago. Oh, so Hill's confirmed, yes, it is the roleplay game. Yeah, unfortunately, as I say, I don't really get much time for roleplay. I think that the Star Wars setting is just such a fantastic merging of two themes I love, sci-fi and fantasy. It merges them so well that it just makes a fantastic setting for any sort of role-play game and that kind of thing. What is the best deck builder from Kabuki Kid? Okay, we're going to make this the last question because Sarah's nearly home from work and then we'll be getting dinner. So best deck builder, I think the best deck builder, or at least pure deck builder, is Arctic Scavengers, for me anyway. I think the combination of the deck building in that with the interaction because of the skirmish is just really good, and I think it works really nicely. A lot of people disagree with me on this point though, so don't take me as the given. I do think, you know, other deck builders that have done such fantastic job, Star Realms for managing to get the speed of Dominion, but a feel of interaction and theme in there that Dominion fails to get, I think is extremely good. I think Dominion itself as a proofing concept of deck building is amazing and does a fantastic job, but other games have just come after it and do a better job. What else there? I mean, ones that feature deck building. Mage Knight is just a phenomenal game, but so long and difficult to play. And then I really enjoy Vikings Gone Wild, which features deck building as well, and that also has quite a light gameplay, just goes down really well with people, and it plays relatively quickly as well, which helps. And a game that plays longer, that is more recent, that has deck building in, that's very good, is name has gone out of my head. Something Trail. Great Western Trail. That's it. So yeah, that's some ideas on deck builders. Do you play horror games in October for something of a Halloween-themed month of gaming? I don't do a month. I was going to make that last question, but we'll make this last one. I don't do a month, but I do try and do some sort of kind of horror gaming around then. Not necessarily on the day, but like around then, and often it will be, for me, Betrayal at House on the Hill. Thanks for your support, Hill. I mean, I'm here to hopefully produce content that everyone does love, and that's part of why I've been wanting to do live stuff for a long time, is to get this kind of interaction going where I can just be talking to you guys and having communication back and forth in a way that you don't really get when it's just you putting out the content there. You get the odd bit from comments and stuff, but I think it's just so much better having it be this direct interaction, and it's been great to have you guys here and actually interacting. I wasn't expecting it at all, with it being all not scheduled. It was just, oh, I've got 5 minutes spare, I'll try and get this set up. Do I like games with paragraphs books, stuff like Smersh or Tales of Arabian Nights? I've not tried Smersh that I can remember. Tales of the Arabian Nights I felt didn't have enough of a game to it. I've liked Choose Your Own books when I was a kid, the typical in Livingstone stuff, and I do really enjoy Above and Below. I'm trying Near and Far at the moment, but I'm just not sold on the gameplay aspect, the worker placement stuff of that, as well as the worker assignment stuff from Above and Below. So you're welcome, Kabuki Kid, as well. And Alan, thanks for being on as well. I think we've lost a few people now, but thanks for the guys who have been on. And I'll probably actually do more of a scheduled Q&A chat thing at a later date. I'll probably actually sort out better lighting and stuff as well, because I was literally just playing around with this in the office at the time. So it's a lot better than it was. I still need to find a way to get it so I can show, have Codenames set up or something, and we can play a game of Codenames. I would love to be playing games live with the audience. I think that the games I'm thinking of doing that with are Codenames, Number 9, and Concept. I think will all work really well for that. And I'll have a look and see if I've got any others that I think would work well. But it'd be good to do. Okay, so thanks guys, and I'm gonna say Why is it I normally say at the end of the video? I suppose I should do that. As always, thanks for watching, and bye for now. I don't actually know how to stop it though. Is there a stop button? I think that might do it. Has that done it? I don't know. No, that didn't do it. No, that's just telling me that it's a healthy stream. Okay. But there must be some, like, stop button. Oh, I know what it... Is it because I'm using a piece of sub software to get it to YouTube? Maybe. Do I tell it to stop here? I hate technology sometimes. If I just go off the page, will that do it? See, now I don't know if it's still going or not. Going back to the page. No, it was still going even when I went off the page. Okay. Oh, is that it? I think all I've done is... Okay, so yeah, pressing stop didn't do it. That just froze the screen, and then pressing play brought it back again. Why is this so difficult? It can't be in the settings. That's the volume. I'm not sure what that's doing. I don't think it's doing anything.